Doug Emhoff's ex-wife. Okay, now why do I mention her? Because she is coming to Kamala Harris's defense. In an extraordinary statement to CNN, Kirsten Emhoff, who is the mother of Harris's two stepchildren, responded to attacks like this one against Harris.
We're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Kirsten Emhoff telling our Sunland Sarfati, and I quote her, "These are baseless attacks. For over 10 years, since Cole and Ella were teenagers, Kamala has been a co-parent with Doug and I. She is loving, nurturing, fiercely protective, and always present. I love our blended family and am grateful to have her in it." And Sunland Sarfati is out front with more.
I've had a lot of titles over my career, and certainly vice president will be great. But Mamala will always be the one that means the most.
It's a title Vice President Kamala Harris is proud of.
Family is our beautiful children, Cole and Ella, who call me Mamala.
But now that she has been elevated to the top of the ticket, that title, stepmother, is again in the spotlight.
My family means everything to me.
With some conservatives suggesting she should not be president because she does not have biological children. Really simple, under-discussed reason why Kamala Harris shouldn't be president. No children. A conservative lawyer who worked on Ron DeSantis' campaign wrote this week on social media, adding, "And no, becoming a step-parent to older teenagers doesn't count." That echoes similar comments made by now Republican vice presidential nominee J.D. Vance in 2021.
We're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Which are being resurfaced anew as he and his running mate Donald Trump seek to define Harris for voters.
It's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it?
Harris does have children, two adult stepchildren, Cole and Ella, who were 19 and 15 when she married Doug Emhoff in 2014.
We have a very modern family.
Their blended family, she has joked, is almost a little too functional, which she credits to the close friendship she has with Emhoff's first wife, whom she calls an incredible mother.
One of the keys to my relationship with Cole and Ella is their mom.
Ella Emhoff says their family dynamics work. They are really a unit, like a 3-person parenting squad. It's really cool, creating a modern political family.
The thing about blended families, if everyone approaches it in the way that there's plenty of love to share, then it works.
And Kirsten Emhoff has been a defender of Harris in the past with numerous posts on social media about her campaign. But this statement today, it certainly seems and feels significant that she is the one being put forward by the campaign to defend their blended family as she faces questions over her motherhood. Erin?
All right, Sunland, thank you very much. And, you know, this comes as Harris spoke today to 6,000 members of one of the country's largest black sororities, Zeta Phi Beta, telling them to head to the polls and make history.
And we know when we organize, mountains move. When we mobilize, nations change. And when we vote, we make history. So let us continue to fight with optimism, with faith, and with hope. Because when we fight, we win.
Out front now, Stacey NC Graham, the international president and CEO of Zeta Phi Beta sorority. And you will show her right now so you can see her. She was on stage with Kamala Harris today. And Stacey, I appreciate your time. So you were there and on stage with her. What was it like in that room as she spoke today?
Erin, it was absolutely magical. The energy in the room was electrifying, and we were able to say that we are the road to this history-making opportunity that she stopped in Indianapolis, Indiana, to visit the Grand Boule of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And can I say, Erin, thank you for all that you do to bring us real news, authentic truth that we can digest and make decisions about how our country moves forward.
Oh, we appreciate that. So, we know that President Biden, and this had been one of the real weaknesses in his campaign, he had been losing some black voter support to Trump in recent months, right? We saw it in poll after poll. Harris, again and again, though, has been very clear that she is going to tie herself to Biden. They are a unit, even ever since he dropped out. Here she is.
I love Joe Biden, our incredible President Joe Biden. President Joe Biden fights for the American people. Joe Biden is a leader with bold vision. We have so many darn good reasons for loving Joe Biden.
Do you have any concern that the weakness that the polls had shown for Biden could also affect her, or do you think that just won't happen?
Aaron, what I say about the polls, I don't know who they're polling, because sometimes the information seems a little skewed. What we have as a country is an opportunity to educate the electorate on the truth, what it is that they want to decide to do as they go to the polls. As members of Zeta Phi Beta and the entire D9, we are united to mobilize and educate our community on the decisions at hand, how to protect our democracy, how to focus on the truth and the facts of how this country can continue to grow and expand and create equity and access for everyone.
So, Stacey, the Washington Post today spoke to some of the women who were in that room where you were today. Many of them said they were excited. Some also said they were nervous, though, about Harris's chances of winning. One woman said, and I just want to quote what she said to them, if you had your eyes closed and you could just go based on her qualifications versus Trump's qualifications, yes, she'd definitely win. But they're not going to do that, she said. Biden, the white guy, would have had a better shot. That was the quote. And, here at CNN, we've also spoken to a number of voters in swing states, and they have shared some of their concerns about what they perceive as Harris's ability to win. Here they are.
There's a whole bunch of folks in the middle, and I don't believe that they're going to vote for her. Even if you go back to Hillary Clinton as a nominee, right? To me, America has shown us that it is not ready for a female leader.
Are you hearing these same doubts?
So, Aaron, one of the things that I do is be intentional about what I focus on, because what you focus on expands. I'd rather focus on the opportunity that we have as a country to entertain history once again. I'd rather focus on the facts of what the Biden administration has done and let my members, who not everyone is believing of the same persuasion of where our country is going, and that's fine because we're nonpartisan. We don't tell our members how to vote. We just give them information. And I want to focus on how we give the right information, the accurate information, and the opportunity to create history with someone who is overqualified and someone who is dedicated to this country and someone who many people don't know her heart and her capacity to lead from a place of a grounded faith and the excitement of what's new and possible for the United States of America.
So when you spoke to her today, what did she say to you? Did you get any kind of a window into just her mindset? I mean, it has been an absolutely stunning few days. And even if Biden had gotten off the ticket, this may not have at all been the way she anticipated it would play out. Most people didn't, right? And then here we are. I mean, what is her her emotional state, as you could tell?
Well, I tell you, we had no idea that she would be the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee when this was organized and confirmed for her to be with Zeta Phi Beta. But she said to me, the energy in here is electrifying. It is amazing. Like, we really thought that we were suspended in air because history happened today right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We were able to hear from the sitting Vice President of the United States, which is a historic first for our organization, now turned presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party. It was a history-making moment. It was an opportunity for our members to hear more about her record and her proud opportunities to have served with President Biden. She's not going to stop talking about it. They have done a great job leading this country, and she wanted to share that. And our members have an opportunity to listen and to make their decisions when they go to the poll. But what is absolute, we are getting out the vote because all of us understand the importance of this moment. And as a member of the D9, we are all working together because we're stronger together. And the Black vote and our vote will influence this election.
All right. Well, Stacey, thank you very much. I appreciate it.